Hey guys, how's it going? It is MrCrayfish and welcome back to my Redstone tutorials. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build my armor stand version 3. Now this third iteration of the armor stand swapper takes things to a whole new level. It has the most complex redstone of them all. However, what we do get is we can actually call armor stands using specific items. So if you want to get specifically your diamond armor, you can pop a bit of paper into a hopper and it will retrieve the diamond armor stand. Does that explain it? Well, if it doesn't, I'll go ahead and show this to you guys right now because it is insane. I spent quite a long time creating this design because there are a lot of challenges involved. But let's go ahead and let's check it out right now. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna head into this house here. Now, a really cool thing is I've kept the same style as all the other armor stand swappers. So we have exactly the same frame at the top here, and then we also have the kind of trapdoor there where the armor stands will come out of. However, you'll notice there is actually no armor stand here, and this is because we actually have to call the armor stands now rather than actually just pressing a button and the armor stands swapping. So we're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to retrieve our diamond armor. So we're going to grab a bit of paper here. Now, if you're actually building this yourself, I suggest you actually rename a stack of paper instead. But let's go ahead, let's rename this to diamond here. And we're also going to grab out another one here. And we're going to call this one leather because we also have some leather armor. And I'm also going to do one more, and we're actually going to name this one diamond again. So I want to show you guys that we actually, there's no tricks involved here. This is legit. So we're gonna put this diamond bit of paper into the hopper at the front there. And if you wait a little bit of second, you might hear a note block as well. That's indicating that the armor stand is coming. And here it is. So this is the diamond armor stand. We're gonna go ahead. We're actually gonna take off the chest plate and the leggings on it. And we're going to send it back into the system by pressing the button there, and that's going to send it back. Now we have to wait for the note block sound before we can actually continue here, otherwise we might actually break the system, which you don't want to, so make sure you follow this when you actually build it yourself. But let's retrieve our leather armor out right now, and there is the leather armor. Awesome. So we're going to send that back down, and what we're going to do is retrieve the diamond again, and I'll show you guys that there's no tricks involved here. We're actually going to retrieve that exact same armor stand from below. Now, if there was any jump cuts, it's just because I made a recording mistake. But here it is. Here is the armor stand with no chest piece and no leggings on it. So how crazy is that? And if you guys are excited for this tutorial today, make sure you remember to go ahead and snap that like button right in half and subscribe as well so you keep up to date with all my latest tutorials. But let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how you can build this right now. Alrighty, so how we're going to do this is we're going to be building this in two separate stages. So the first stage is the core stage, and basically that is everything except the armor stand bays, and then the second stage is actually building the armor stand bays. But let's start with the core stage right now. So the materials that you're going to need is 23 redstone dust, 5 redstone torches, 9 redstone repeaters, 1 dispenser, 10 hoppers, 3 sticky pistons, 1 button, I've just grabbed a stone one, 1 iron trapdoor, 2 tripwire hooks, 2 note blocks, 1 chest, 1 slime block, 4 obsidian, 1 stone slab or any other slab you would like, 1 piece of string, and 64 blocks of your choice. So to start this off, we're going to decide where we actually want to build this armor stand swapper, and we can do that by grabbing out our blocks of choice here. And let's say I want the armor stands to pop up at this location here. What I'm going to do is to put 2 block high pillars either side of me, and this is where the armor stands are going to come up. This is going to be the front face of it. What we're going to do now is stand in between these 2 pillars and go back 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then what we're going to do is go 3 to the left. So 1, 2, 3. Now in this design we're going to be adding in 4 armor base slots. So the hole I'm about to tell you guys to dig is designed for 4 armor base slots, but I will show you guys how you can actually expand this. So what we're going to do is dig a 10 wide by 11 long by 7 deep hole. So let's dig that out and let's go 9 blocks in that direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to go 11, so we've already done 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then dig this way until we get back in line with the start there, and then just dig back to the start. Dig out the center blocks. And then we need to dig this down 6 more layers. So spend quite a bit of time digging this out, but it will be worth it in the end.
A few moments later.
So there we have it, our 7 deep hole. That took quite a bit of time, but what we need to do is go back to the front of this, and what we need to do is go in between our 2 pillars here at the top, and then what we're going to do is dig out that block and then place a sticky piston below. We're going to dig out the block to the left and place a piece of redstone dust down there. We're going to get our slime block and also our obsidian out here. We're going to place slime on top of there. We're going to place a obsidian here, obsidian on top, and then we're going to place an obsidian back here, and then our final piece over there. Now, leading into this bottom piece of obsidian here, we're going to place 3 redstone repeaters. We're going to set them to the max delay, except for the last one here, which we're going to set at 1 before. So right click it 2 times to get it there. And then at the end here, we're going to get our block of our choice. We're also going to get our redstone back out. Block, redstone, and then we're going to place block there in front of the redstone. Block on top. We're going to have a repeater going into there on a max tick delay. We're going to come over here. And what we're going to do is place a block in front of the repeater there. We're going to place a block, we'll place 2 blocks there like that. Destroy the one below it. We'll have a repeater going into here like that. And then a block over this side like there. So when you do that, make sure you crouch and then right click so you don't actually activate the repeater there. Now I made a little mistake here. What we actually need to do is remove this obsidian block here to 1 above it. So you have to break that and put it 1 above. Then we're going to get our blocks of choice, and what we're going to do is place a block here, then come across like that, destroy the middle one, and then we're going to place a block on top, block in front of that, destroy that one there, get our tripwire hooks out. We're going to place 1 here, 1 there, and then the string in between the 2 of them. And you'll notice if we hit that, that piston will actually come up there with the slime block on top. So if we wanted to, we could just hit that real quickly. Woo, we get launched up into the air there. And then also, again, I think I didn't do this, but make sure that's on its max tick delay there. Now on this block right here, we're going to grab out our redstone torch, and we're going to place it on this side here. Place a block on top, redstone torch on the back face of it, block on top, redstone torch here, block on top, and then we're going to place one in front of that redstone torch, have a redstone repeater going this way, lead that into a block. So when you do that, make sure you crouch and right click so you don't activate the repeater. And then over here, redstone torch, block on top, and then we're going to go ahead and grab out our iron trapdoor. Now this might actually be a problem, so we're going to make sure it isn't a problem. What we're going to do is place 2 blocks going towards the front here. We're going to destroy that middle one, then place the iron trapdoor while looking at the top half of the side of the block at the front there. So when it actually opens up, it will actually open up next to this block here instead of the one over at the back there. We're then going to come back down here, and what we're going to do is stand on this block here. We're going to make this go back 1 block, and then 1 to the left, and then back like this. We're going to get redstone out, and also our redstone repeaters. We're going to place a redstone repeater here, and then redstone on these remaining blocks. We're going to get another block out, place that here, and then on the other side of this block, we're going to get our slab and place it on the top half of that block there. Redstone here, destroy the block to the left, and then 1 down, and then place redstone down there. We're then going to come under here, grab out our blocks of choice, We're then going to place a block here, redstone there, and you should notice that it connects up. We're then going to go down one more block, redstone, and then go all the way to the back here with blocks. And then 2 to the right like that, and then place redstone on top of all those blocks. We're going to come back over to the front here and back to this slab. What we need to do is place a sticky piston there facing upwards, put a block on top. On the other side of the piston there, block, redstone repeater, and then we're going to go over here, block in front of that redstone repeater there, block on top of that block we just stood on. Then we're temporarily going to place a block here, and then we're going to place a block there. We're going to destroy that one, and then we also need to place a block there, and then destroy the one underneath, and then 3 redstone on top of those blocks like so. Now come back over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to place a block in front of that repeater there, and then we're going to place a block in front of that piston there, redstone on top of this block, and then redstone repeater going this way, then a block on top of that redstone dust, and then what we're going to do is place our button on top of that block there. We're then going to destroy this block here that we placed because we're actually going to have hoppers going down here. So come down to this point over here, and what we're going to do is place a block to the right of this one here. So this is the block that the tripwire hook is on. Block there, then a block down, and then a block going towards the front here. We're then going to destroy that block underneath there, and then also destroy this one. They will be blocks back there, but for now we're not going to have them. And then we're going to place a hopper going into this block here. So right click, and then crouch, then right click, and it should now be in line with the trapdoor there. Yes, it is. We're then going to lead this towards the slime block here. So let's go ahead, crouch, and then right click. And then we're going to go ahead and hop on top of here, and we're going to go up now. So we're going to jump and hopefully place these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to stop when we get up to the trapdoor here. Now we didn't actually get to what this here was actually for, so let's go ahead and let's do this right now. So on this block over here, what we're going to do is place a sticky piston facing towards the slime block down there, block on top, and then a block in front of the piston. And then we're going to go ahead and get a dispenser and place it on top of that block there, again facing towards the slime block. We're then going to place a wooden plank here, a wooden plank there, and then we're also going to place 2 blocks here like that. Block under this torch here, and then also a block there like that, and then leave this one here because this floor here is actually dynamically controlled by this piston here, and I'll explain later how it actually works. Now I have one last thing to do. What we need to do is go back to the back here, and what we're going to do is 2 blocks to the right from this redstone, so 1, 2, so right here, place a block there, get a redstone torch out, place it on the left side of that block, and you should notice that the piston there gets activated. Do not worry too much about that. Then above this torch we're going to place a note block, and then you can change this tune however you like. So this tune here will be when the armor stand goes back into its armor stand bay. And then that is pretty much it. Now, if you're wondering why there might be some materials left, that is because we've actually got to build the armor stand bays before we can actually use the rest of the materials. I just thought I would include them into this list of materials. But that is the core stage complete. What we're going to do now is move on to the armor stand bays, and then after that we're going to configure the machine. So the materials that you're going to need is 3 redstone dust, 7 redstone torches, 3 redstone repeaters, 1 redstone comparator, 3 hoppers, 3 sticky pistons, 2 fence gates, 2 tripwire hooks, 5 string, 1 chest, 1 stone slab or any other slab of your choice, and 64 blocks of your choice. Alrighty, so let's head down into the system here and let's start adding these armor bays. So let's go ahead, let's destroy that block there. So this is where we want to start off. So you want to go right up to this hopper here, and what we're going to do is dig out the block below and then go 6 forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to dig out the first and then the third block there like that. We're going to place a redstone torch down below, a redstone repeater going into that block the torch is on. We're going to place redstone here, get 2 blocks of our choice and place it above like so. Redstone comparator, redstone here, and then that should connect up like so. We're going to get a hopper, and actually what we're going to do is place a hopper facing into that dirt block there. So make sure the funnel is pointing towards that direction. We're going to have a hopper going into that comparator there, so make sure the funnel is pointing into that. And then we're simply going to get a block of our choice and place 2 like that, destroy the one above the hopper, and then place a funnel continuing in the same direction as that initial hopper there. Destroy that. Then over here, place a redstone repeater, a block, a redstone torch, a block on top of that, and then a redstone torch here. We're going to place a block there, a sticky piston, block here, and then on top of that block, place a fence gate, and then make sure you open it up. Over this spot here, we're going to get our slab, and I did have a slab. Place the slab here, because if we place a full block, it's actually going to get cut off. It's going to cut off that redstone, which is bad. And then over this side, we're going to place our a plank there. And then also a plank up here. We're going to get one of our redstone hooks and place it here. We're going to continue this for as long as we can, so 5 string in this instance. So that is 5 long. Then in line with that, at the end here, we're going to place 2 blocks. Your remaining tripwire hook there, and it should connect up now. We're going to destroy this block at the end there. Redstone torch, and then we place a block on the floor here with a piece of redstone dust on top of it like that, and it should deactivate this redstone over here. Then on top of this redstone torch here, we're going to place a block, redstone repeater, lead that into a block, and don't do that, whatever I did. Place a block there, torch on the front face, torch on the top, block above that top torch, and then another torch on the front face. We're going to have a sticky piston here and then one above. Now it might activate straight away, so what we're going to do is actually destroy that. We're going to place a plank here first, sticky piston on, sorry, not even sticky piston, oak fence gate on top of this block, and then open it up, and then the sticky piston. And then if, depending on which armor stand bay you are building, you have to add a block over this side. So in this case, it's already there, but if you're building the next one here, you simply want to keep adding a block onto here and so on. Now, last thing we've got to do is come over here, and what we need to do is just how we actually placed that hopper there leading into the dirt block. We actually need to place a chest here. Now, when we are actually adding more than one of these armor stand bays, you have to alternate between chests. So you have to use a trapped chest and then a normal chest, trapped, normal, and so on. But that is it for one of the armor stand bays. What I'm going to do now is actually build 4 more of these right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back with you guys. So there we go. I've now built 4 of these armor stand bays, and the last thing that we've got to do is just finish off at the end. So grab the rest of your materials, and what we're going to do is place a block at the end there. So in line with all of the fence gates here, place a block at the end. And then down the bottom here, we're going to place a block at the end of these fence gates here, a block here, and then a block down there. And we're actually going to be placing water here in a second. And then get your other note block, and what we're going to do is, where's the note block? Oh, we'll just grab it from over here. We're going to place it over this side. So this one here is when the armor stand is sent out to the kind of area over here. So when it's actually called, so you can change this note to however you like. And that is pretty much it for the building. What we're going to do now is configure this machine so it actually works. Alrighty, so for this next bit, what you're going to need is 4 armor stands. You're going to need 2 buckets of water, 64 blocks of your choice. I've just grabbed some cobblestone, 1 anvil, and then we got 2 stacks of paper here. So the first thing that we're going to do is place our armor stands into the system. Now I should have mentioned this before. If you actually wanted to expand this with more armor stand bays, simply just continue adding these armor stand bays until you actually want to finish it off. I'm pretty sure you can add 2 more onto this, so the maximum is like 6 armor stand bays. But let's go ahead, let's add this in. So what we simply need to do is come to this bit. I think it's this bit. Yeah, it's this bit here. Come to this bit, and what you need to simply do is just right click, crouch right click on top of each of the fence gates there, and then you'll notice that these pistons at the top here will retract, and then the armor stands will be down the bottom there. Then what you need to do is place water inside of this dispenser here. Now before we even do that, what you want to do is ensure that this here is actually, you know, there's no block here. So if there actually is a block there, it's because that piston there actually pulled it out. So what you can simply do is just break this redstone down here and then replace it, and then it will actually put it back into the correct position. Then go ahead, place a bucket of water inside of that dispenser, and then we're going to get another bucket of water and then place it here like that, and then it should go all the way to the slime block at the end there. Then let's go back up here, and what we're going to do is rename this stack of cobblestone here to a random string of characters. So just literally spam it so nobody could actually guess what it actually is. We'll go back down here. So what we actually need to do now is actually configure it so we can actually select the armor stand we want. Now I just remembered here, we actually did forget a piece, so you might actually have a chest and a hopper left over. Simply place this down at the end there like that, and then a hopper there. Should be good to go. But if we come down here where all the chests are, what you want to do is open up these hoppers above. So if we go to this first one here, what we're going to do is put 4 of the blocks in there in the 4 last slots. So do that for each of them. And then in the first slot is where our password or keyword goes. So what we want to do is maybe we'll create one here. So we need to actually rename 18 of them. So get 18. So 18 like that. And we'll rename this to maybe like epic gear or something like that. Next one we might do it as, you know, just like diamond or something like that. Next one, we will name that to cheese. And then maybe the final one here, we'll put it as crackers. Alright, there we go. So we've got our 4 keywords. Obviously create, depending on how many armor bays you got. So if you have 5 of them or 6 of them, create 6 different pieces of named paper. And then go ahead, simply just put it into the first slot. And obviously put it into the ones that you want it to match up with. So this one here at the start is the epic gear. So this armor stand here will be the epic gear armor stand. And I think that is it. We can actually go ahead and we can test this out right now. So let's see if we can try and retrieve that epic gear. And let's go ahead, let's pop that into the hopper there. Let's see if it actually retrieves. Oh, there it is. It's coming. It's coming. Hey, there we go. So let's see if we can actually send this down into the system as well. Oh, look at that. Is it going to work? Yes, it works. And that is pretty much it. What we can do now is actually go ahead and cover this all up. Now, you don't have to worry about cutting off any redstone, because this is designed in a way that you can actually completely cover the whole entire design, even here like that. So we could even get rid of that there. So that is pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you remember to go ahead and snap that like button right in half. I'm actually going to teach you guys real quickly, for the people that want to stay, how this all works, because it is kind of very simple. There's honestly, like, when I was creating it, it was difficult, but actually explaining this now and looking at everything, it's actually kind of simple. So what happens when we actually put the item into here is it goes down through these hoppers, and then what we've actually got over here is a simple item filtering system, and basically it's only going to filter out the items or the pieces of paper with the specified name on them. And basically what happens after that is once there's more than 18 in one of these slots, it sends out a signal through this comparator here. Now, I'm not sure if you remember it, but there's actually a redstone repeater down there that sends out a signal over this way and allows this redstone torch here to come on, which then pushes it out pushes the armor stand into the water here. Then after the armor stand is in the water and it moves out of its tripwire hook lane, it will basically come up to the top here. If we actually just get rid of that, it will push this fence gate forward and then retract the bottom piston. So basically, when it comes back, it can fall back into its original location. So that gets sent along to this slime block over here, and basically it triggers this tripwire hook. We have a delay here, and we basically wait for it to get in the middle of the slime block before we actually send it up to the top, so it actually looks nice. And that again goes up here. There's a signal that goes up here through these torches, which will quickly deactivate this trapdoor, allowing the armor stand to get up here for a second, and then it closes underneath, and then it's pretty much at the top here. Then when we press this button here, this sends out a signal to over here, which then fills in the floor. If we remember over here, let me go over here and I'll show you. So it fills in this floor here, it activates this dispenser which has the water in it, the armor stand falls down onto here, and then it goes back, lands down in its original location. This piston and this dispenser get triggered again, so the floor will go back into it, the water will be picked up by the dispenser, and then once the armor stand hits its tripwire hook again, it will push the bottom piston out and then retract the top one. So there we have it. That is the armor stand swapper version 3. But that, my dudes, is going to end off this redstone tutorial today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, remember to go ahead and snap that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys later for some more epic videos. Peace out, my dudes.